When people are looking at buying a house, the number one question that they often have is, what is your interest rate? If you'll give me 2 to 3 minutes in this presentation, I will show you why, as important a question that that is, that it is not giving you the full picture of what's going on. And instead, I'll give you 4 questions that you should be asking that will make sure that you get the best deal on your mortgage financing and you keep the cost of borrowing as low as possible over time. Are you interested? Let's go. My name is Dennis Wells, and I'm a mortgage advisor. And what I've found is that there are actually 4 realities when it comes to interest rates on home loans. The first reality is this: the interest rate, or what is often called the note rate, is the ongoing use of cost of using the money. It is not the initial cost of obtaining the money. And you have to balance what it costs to keep that money over time relative to what it costs you to borrow it in the first place. The second reality is your interest rate is as unique as your fingerprint. You want to know why? Investors look at 28 to 32 unique factors to determine your individual rate. They look at the loan amount itself. They look at the amount of your down payment. They look at, are you purchasing a house or are you refinancing the house? Are you an investor, or is this going to be your primary residence or a second home? What is your credit score? What is your debt to income ratio? Is it a one unit or is it a multi-unit? What type of loan are you taking out, and how long are you going to be borrowing that money? In fact, when we look at simply two of the factors, credit score and the amount that you're putting down, or that loan to value, you can find that there's a big swing in the differences between one person's rate and someone else's, and that is simply two out of the 28 to 32 factors. Reality number three: interest rates are determined by the market and change daily. In fact, sometimes they change many times a day. And obviously, they don't change when the market is not open because they're not available. And so, the most important thing is not the rate that you are quoted, but it's the rate that you actually close your loan on, because that's the rate that you're going to be paying over the life of that loan. And reality number four: the lowest rate with the wrong strategy can literally cost you thousands of dollars. For example, I put together a scenario where someone getting a conventional loan with a slightly higher interest rate than an FHA loan could actually have a lower payment. And FHA has mortgage insurance for the life of the loan in most cases, where a conventional loan, you're only going to have mortgage insurance at that 5% down until you have 20% equity in the house, and then you can request that mortgage insurance to be removed. So simply having the lowest rate in and of itself does not guarantee the lowest cost of borrowing over time. Here are questions that you really should ask in addition to what is your rate. Number one, what is this rate costing me? And do you guarantee the rate and the cost? Because many times lenders act somewhat like car salesmen, where they'll quote you one thing to get you in the door and sell you something else by the time you walk out. And that's not how I want to do business. Number two, do you provide multiple loan options so that I can compare and choose the best option for my situation? I believe that great people deserve great advice, and you really should have all the options made available to you with some guidance as to why one option may be a better fit for you than another. The third question is, what is your strategy to keep my cost of borrowing as low as possible over time? For most people that do what I do, their job simply ends when you get the keys to your new house. For me, I feel like that's when my job really started, because I've helped you create this debt. Now I have a professional responsibility to help you manage that debt and keep that cost of borrowing as low as possible over time. And then number four, what is your strategy to help me win the offer on the house that I want? Because the truth of the matter is, the lowest interest rate doesn't mean anything if you don't win the offer on the house that you really want. And I have a strategy that I work with my referral partners where we are helping people get their offer accepted over 80% of the time. Sound interesting to you? Are you ready to talk? Schedule your complimentary buyer consultation today. You can either scan the code or click the link to book your appointment. I hope this has been helpful. If this has helped you in any way, please, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also share this with friends, family, and coworkers that might be interested in this as well. Hope you have a wonderful day.